What's up guys, Logan here with Crossworld TCG, and today we're going to be covering my blue-green SS3 deck that I took to locals yesterday. The list performed very well. I ended up going undefeated, 2-0ing every single person that I played. Talk a little bit about my matchups after the fact, but for now, let's jump right into the deck profile. So I played SS3. I don't think this guy needs a little too much explanation. Ramps you 2 energy, gets you closer to Awakening, and then restands 3 on his backside. But moving into the main deck, for our big main cards that we're focusing the deck around, I played 3 Combo Killer Anilaza and 3 Kami's Power Piccolo. Anilaza was okay, but Piccolo was very good. I was missing the 4th one a lot throughout all the matchups. I still managed to get through. Against my last round against the black matchup, these were not as threatening as I wanted them to be because they have the ability to sweep the board. But overall, they were very good cards. Kami Power Piccolo, I think I definitely bumped to 4 in a future list, but again, very solid. Going along with that, I played 4 Awe-Inspiring Intimidator SS Blue Vegeta. This card is fantastic, allows you to play super defensively, and this card, coupled with King Vegeta Surprise Attack, basically blanks your opponent's entire turn without them pumping super hard into your stuff, and even if they do, you can save your guy with Beans and with some of the other defensive cards that we play. So overall, very good card. And continuing on, I played 2 At All Cost Vegetas. These were the big bomb finishers of the deck if I needed them. Allows you to go in super hard on your turn 5 if you need to, if you're playing against maybe an aggressive leader. These came in super clutch against the mono black deck. The first game I just rushed him down, and because my curve filled out a turn faster than his, I was able to swing him down for game before he could put his big finisher on the board. And then moving on to some of the consistency cards, played 4 Namekian Ace Nail. This card was really good. You put 2 of these on the board, and if your opponent doesn't deal with them efficiently, you're just getting tons of advantage every turn. They allow you to put on free pressure while not giving your opponent the plus over you, so just really super solid. And then this card was okay, 4 energy boosted Majin Buu. It was good, allowed me to draw cards, allowed me to dig for more resources. I think this is the most you could move around within the deck if you wanted to play other cards like Cut a Buu for like another Piccolo or something. But overall, you know, replaces itself, so it's really solid. Continuing on, played 4 Oath's Power Tapion. Just your Awakening card for the deck. You want to hit this by turn 2 to turn on all of your defensive cards. Really good card, blanks your opponent's draw, and then turns on your leader. And then the last of the blue monsters, 4 Raging Spirit Son Gohan and 4 Boost Attack Piccolo. Piccolo I don't think I need to talk about. It's your super combo for the deck, and then this guy is just additional pressure and additional defense to make use of all that energy you restand off of your SS3 leader. Then moving on to the defensive cards, played 4 Full Power Energy, and like I showed earlier, 3 King Vegeta Surprise Attack. I didn't play against any aggro, so this wasn't as good, so I ended up charging this a lot, but the King Vegeta Surprise Attack was very good for helping me stick my boards after being aggressive with them. And overall, it was a really solid count. I didn't oversee these, but I saw enough where I needed to, where I could hold on to one for as long as I needed to before using it. So it was really good. The green count was solid overall. I never really had an issue hitting my green numbers throughout the day. And then for the blue, just 4 Senzu Bean. Lets you be aggressive when you want to be aggressive, lets you play defensive when you want to be defensive. One of the best blue cards. And then for the last few cards, another 4 super combos, essentially 4 Unbreakable Super Saiyan Goku. Card's really good, allows you to play aggressive, allows you to play defensive. And then the last 3 cards in the deck were 3 black cards, which were 2 Fu Shrouded in Mystery and 1 Scientist Fu. I didn't get to drop this guy all day. Even though my games went long enough for me to drop him, I never really wanted the I never really had the energy or the board set up or the things in drop to play him. But I did end, I think, 3 games with this 1 copy of Fu. So I think that this might be cut down or moved to the side, maybe for like an 8 matchup or something, whereas this might just stay in the main. So that's it for the deck profile. The deck performed very well, performed as I'd expected it to. Overall, it was a pretty small tournament, only 3 rounds, but during the first round I played against U9 Bergamo, and despite the fact that we had long games, he was never really able to get his lockout, and the one time he did get the lockout, he swung, and I was able to use the King Vegeta Surprise Attack to blow up his lock. And then at that point he had fully committed to it, so I just killed him on the next turn. The next round I played against Golden Frieza, which was the list that I had featured on this channel. In both games he kind of opened poorly, where he wasn't able to rush me down as quickly as he would have liked to. But overall, it was a solid deck. He did decently well. He was also a new player. I've been giving all of the new guys that have been coming in the Golden Frieza deck because it gives them a solid way to learn card interaction, card advantage, good sequencing, because the Golden Frieza leader can punish you pretty hard if you don't use your sequencing correctly. But overall, my deck performed what it was supposed to do, and it has barrier, so my stuff is hard to remove, and it plays super defensive, so it wasn't too hard of a matchup. And then the last round was against Mono Black, and that was a deck that I was very scared of because it thrives pretty well in the late game, and if they can drop those big threats, especially the 5-drop from the ultimate box, then they can just tear apart the board you've been establishing all game. So game 1 against him, I rushed him down super quick and then finished him with the all-cost Vegeta, and then game 2 we grinded a little bit. He managed to drop the secret rare and just ripped my hand apart, but thankfully, I was able to negate the attack, so he couldn't kill me, even though I was at 3 life. And then on the following turn, because I was able to not die and protect my board, I was able to hit him back, re-establish my hand size because I dropped the Scientist Fu, and ultimately I ended up attacking with that Scientist Fu for game. So overall, a lot of good stuff. Like I talked about, I think the Kami Power Piccolo could be bumped up to 4, maybe cutting something else, but overall I think the deck performed very well. I wish I got to play against aggro. Against that matchup, I think you just side in some more negates for the early game. But overall, I had a lot of fun playing this deck, and I hope you guys enjoyed.